The story behind this strange incident is a horrifying act that's just like what you see in scary movies. But be ready, because you're going to see one of the most disturbing cases ever.
Ruidoso Downs 911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I'm at the Ruidoso Downs Fire Department.
Yes, sir.
I picked up a guy who seemed really confused. I let him out and he started attacking other vehicles and...
Is he still being combative, sir?
Well, I don't think he's very dangerous.
He got the guy all wrong. What's coming up in this video is super weird and something no one's ever seen before. It's going to reveal a horrible thing, and it's going to ruin the reputation of a place that used to be super loved and historic. Right now, something strange is happening about 10 miles away from the fire department. They sent a deputy to a big place called Coe Ranch in Glencoe, New Mexico, to check on someone's well-being, but things seemed off. This place is the Ruidoso River Valley, and tonight it feels spooky for a good reason, which we'll find out soon. After searching all around, the deputy couldn't find any sign of the woman they were looking for or the ranch caretaker, Marianne Morehouse. It's like they've disappeared completely.
The front door of the residence is open, screen door.
The deputy who's answering has to wait for more cops to come. At the same time, across town, the police find the person who made the 911 call and go up to them carefully.
What happened to you?
I had a really bad day. I just need something to drink, please.
Drink?
Yes, sir.
Like water?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been through a lot. I lost my dog. I went into a river. I've been lost all day. I need some help.
Okay. We're here to help you.
Okay, thank you.
But you're acting a little incoherent.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
After they take the man into the police station, the officers find out his name is Andrew McGill. They watch him for a bit, and because his behavior is so strange, they suspect it might be due to drugs or mental health issues. So they led him to an ambulance outside the police station. It's going to take more than just a leash to keep Andrew in check. With the way he's acting, the deputies will soon see how his behavior can quickly go from weird to crazy and even violent. In the blink of an eye, they rush Andrew to Lincoln County Memorial Hospital, hoping that the doctors there could help him out. Sadly, things are going to go from strange to completely nuts while he's there. The deputy who first arrived at the ranch had to wait for nearly an hour, unable to do much until another deputy showed up to help. Once the backup arrived, they wasted no time and got back to searching. The whole situation is very suspicious and concerning.
Charlie, we gotta drive up to it. Some sketchy shit, man. The door is open and the bedroom window's open and the TV's on and there ain't no sound in there and there's 3 cars. So there's somebody here and cut off. Shit's weird. Give me a bad vibe, man.
The 2 cops walked up to the house. They get ready to go inside, thinking they might find something really bad. There were so many signs that made them think there couldn't be a good reason for the woman not being there.
Sheriff's office! We're going to come in and check on you. Sheriff's office.
It's strange. It's real strange, man.
Nobody's there, and everything looks normal. There's no sign of trouble, but something doesn't make sense. What's going on here? The deputies are about to discover something really bad, even though they don't know it yet. They're still searching outside. In just a few minutes, the deputy will get a spooky confirmation that he should trust his gut feelings. The cops check out another building outside, and all of a sudden, things go from looking weird to incredibly awful.
Hey! Down, we got somebody down. We got somebody down.
The horrific truth of the discovery will be revealed during the interrogation of the disturbed suspect.
She's down. It looks like a she, elderly female. This motherfucker's still here. Anybody comes up on us is getting fucking smoked, dude. I'm gonna tell you that. Do it up, man.
While Andrew was resting peacefully, he was given medicine to make him sleep when he got to the hospital. A deputy is in charge of keeping an eye on him and making sure only hospital workers and police officers go in and out of the room. After a little while, the deputy gets a call from another police officer who was at the crime scene, and the caller has an interesting request.
Yes, I've got them in a bag. They're a pair of construction kind of boots. It's more like a curved tire tread than like a diamond pattern. I'll try to send one back to you.
The deputy takes pictures of Andrew's boot bottoms and sends them quickly. It looks like the sheriff's office thinks the two things are connected. The big question is how they are linked.
I think the guy at the hospital is the dude, and he had a freaking meltdown or something. Imagine if this fucker hitchhiked to the hospital. Imagine the guy that just gave a fucking dude like that a ride. You know the sad part, Charlie, is this is a beautiful place. It was.
A really bad crime happened, and it's going to make the place seem bad for a long time. The police need to figure out what's going on quickly to stop more people from getting hurt. Around 1 a.m., Andrew started acting strange and turned violent.
Hey, Cox, go with Jason, please. Jason's the one hit.
Anybody else get it? No, just one shot.
Out of the blue, there was a big fight in the hospital. Andrew, who was in a hospital bed, suddenly jumped up and attacked a deputy. Right away, 2 more deputies came to help. In all the confusion, a gun fell out of one of the deputies' holsters. Andrew got hold of the gun before the other 3 could, and he shot one of the deputies in the arm. He tried to shoot again, but amazingly, the gun did not work.
You okay?
All right.
You calm down, son.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what I'm doing there, but I can't figure it out.
I know, just
And then
relax.
some medication. We're getting shackles. Okay, we're gonna put him back in here on the bed. The doctor gotta check him.
You roll him over?
Yep. My leg. Yep. Stand up. You got another thing of shackles?
Yeah. What kind of shackles you use?
Leg. Huh? Just one. I'm gonna put one on this and one to the bed.
Alright, okay.
Surprisingly, Andrew's problem keeps going even in the morning, even though he has some medicine to help him sleep.
Man, you guys don't understand me. I do one little thing and... I'm sorry, I told you I was sorry. I can't move or anything, it sucks, dude. You guys, I will live a happy life. I promise I will be happy. I always wanted to be by myself somewhere.
Hi, Andrew. I'm gonna give you a shot in your leg, okay? It's the same medication I gave you earlier. Okay?
No.
Or do you want it in your arm? It's
You
gonna make
guys, I'm gonna be okay.
We're trying to help
I'm
you,
gonna be
Andrew.
okay though. I'm gonna be okay. I want stuff right now. I've had a drink in 5 days. I've ate worms. I'm going nuts because of this, and I know what it's all about now. I need to chill out. I am going to be chill. No, I don't want to go there. You guys, man, how could you do this to me?
Poke.
Andrew was talking really fast, like he had something super important to say. He may be dealing with some mental health issues, like bipolar disorder, which can make people talk a lot and really quickly. Or maybe he's just feeling super anxious because he's stuck in a tight spot and he's talking fast to try and calm down. It seems like he doesn't realize how serious the situation he's in is. This might be because of a mental health problem, or maybe he's just not taking responsibility for his actions. But don't worry, they're going to give Andrew another sedative soon, and he'll be good to go to his next stop.
Prescription search for cocaine incarceration with medical, and this is the medication, but this is saying he's cleared to go to jail.
We're gonna do a blood draw here in a second, boss.
I understand, but do they have to be this tight? It hurt bad, dude. Been through a lot for everybody. You guys don't know. You guys don't know what I've been through these past few days.
Andrew got out of the hospital and was taken to the Lincoln County Detention Center. The next day, on April the 3rd, the undersheriff and another person from the sheriff's office talked to Andrew. They wanted to hear what he had to say about the things that brought them all together. The scary part is that Andrew thinks the crazy things in his head are true.
I know it's not me, sir, and I don't know what to do. It's scaring me bad. Because everybody just seemed like they were going to hurt me or something like that, you know?
This is what we call a delusion. When someone has a delusion, they truly think something is real. even though it's not. People with delusions can't tell what's real and what's not. One common delusion is when someone believes that others are trying to harm them or spy on them. This can make them act paranoid or even violent. Delusions like these can happen because of mental illnesses like schizophrenia or because of using drugs. Now let's look at the video of Andrew's questioning. The undersheriff starts by asking about Andrew's personal life right from the start and tries to connect with him. It's quite eerie. Pretty soon he changes the topic and starts talking about the recent stuff that happened. He'll talk about his scary breakdown, the hospital attack, and a terrible crime that he's going to describe.
On in your life recently? How do you end up in here talking to me?
I have no idea. I've been having a weird week. I can't remember. It's like I can't remember anything.
I gotta ask, do you use drugs?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What kind of drugs? What's the
Any kind of drugs. Like, I used meth, heroin, cocaine, marijuana.
How long have you been using drugs?
For most of my life, since I was like 15.
So your drug of choice is
Meth.
meth?
It's possible that Andrew's strange behavior could be because of using drugs. Many other substances could also make Andrew act the way he's been acting. The detectives noticed that Andrew was fidgeting a lot, leaning forward and backwards, moving his feet and frequently looking away. Normally someone might think that these behaviors show anxiety or dishonesty, but since we know Andrew has a history of using drugs and having hallucinations, these actions don't necessarily mean he's lying or trying to hide something.
In your life in the last few weeks, or?
This might sound ridiculous and crazy. It probably is ridiculous and crazy, but it's the truth.
I don't like that term crazy.
Okay, sorry.
It may sound strange, but it's how you feel. Just tell me whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I was just sitting at home one night with my brother, and my twin brother Philip was sitting at the house. We started talking, and then all this weird stuff started happening to me. So I felt like something was after me, like something was really going to hurt me. I was not myself at all. And something told me that I need to go to Redoso, and everybody's freaking out around me, and I don't know what the heck is going on right now. I just need to get out of town.
This seems like Andrew might be talking about feeling like someone is out to get him, as we mentioned earlier. If Andrew is telling the truth about how he feels, he probably genuinely believes that something or someone is chasing him. This doesn't excuse his actions, but it might help us understand his state of mind at the time. You can see that he's not facing the detectives, which could suggest that he's being dishonest or not interested in the conversation. However, his body language doesn't match his behavior because he's cooperating with the detectives and answering their questions openly. Afterward, Andrew got in his truck. He turned up the radio and tried to drive away from the mysterious evil he believed was chasing him.
Talking to me saying, "It'll be okay, son. Just listen to what I'm going to tell you. You're going to be okay."
But then he possessed my dad.
Just like Andrew said earlier, he wasn't himself. He explained that he started doing things he didn't want to do. Suddenly, he stopped his truck on the side of the highway and left it there. He was trying to get away from something he thought was following him. He ran towards the nearby mountains. Around this time, by chance, Andrew met Marianne Morehouse, who takes care of the Coe Ranch. That evening, Marianne was on the phone with a friend. During their conversation, she mentioned that someone was on the property, and she was going to check it out. According to her friend, the call ended suddenly when Marianne didn't answer any of his calls. He got really worried and contacted the local police. He asked them to go to the property and make sure that Marianne was okay. Andrew keeps telling the story of something he says happened that evening. It might sound really weird, but we already know that at least part of it is true. Andrew says his brother Philip was talking to him at that time and begging him not to cut his head off. What Andrew says next is scary.
I chopped her head off with an axe.
And I had to chop this lady's head off with an axe. I bum-marked her bone like that. Got an axe.
What kind of medications do you take?
I don't take anything. You guys think I'm crazy, man.
The deputies found exactly that at the ranch.
Down, we got somebody down. We got somebody down. Right there, axe, there's an axe. this. Send more than that. It's a homicide. Additional units. Let's back up. She got it in the head. Get some SP out here. We're gonna need additional assistance. It's gonna be a homicide.
A bloody axe was left near Marianne. Her head was almost cut off from her body, and there was a deep cut that went halfway through her head. Her whole body was covered in blood, and they later found out that she got hit with the axe 4 times.
Did your presence or scare her?
No, not at all.
When do you not think this?
Because I was being polite and honest and well accepted. Except for the fact every now and then she'd look at me like all crazy, like, wait, what is this? You know? Just freaking me out.
Okay. So you were being polite with her and wanting her to call?
Because I just wanted some help. I was scared.
And was she being polite with you?
Yeah.
Where did the axe come from?
In the back of the truck that was parked right there. I think she got possessed by this guy, and that's when I started getting scared, so I had to do something. I punched her, knocked her out first before I did anything with that.
The detective is doing a great job of not being judgmental or confrontational, even though the crime is terrible. This makes it easier for Andrew to talk to him because he doesn't feel like he's being judged. If the detective was more aggressive, it could make Andrew explode in anger or make him close up. In Andrew's version of the story, he says the devil did it, not him.
Attacking me, and I had to fight him off, and I had to kill somebody to get rid of him. I am the real son of God, and this is why I have that tattoo on me. And I hate evil. I was trying to get rid of it out of this earth, and I am the son of God. Trust me. I love you guys. I am on your side. I'm good.
And I would have never done that ever in my life. I feel so bad for that old lady. Really bad.
Do you feel bad because you know that was wrong, or?
Yeah, I know for sure that was wrong. But I couldn't stop him, man. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't be myself. And I'm still not myself. I don't know what it is.
Andrew feels guilty because he thinks his emotions don't match how bad his actions are. He might be making excuses for himself because he felt like he couldn't control his actions. It's possible that he sees himself as a victim of his thoughts and has a hard time admitting that he did something wrong.
Because I started becoming mature, and it just, all this knowledge just started coming to my head, and I was like, holy cow, what is going on? I even called my mom. I was like, Mom, there's something wrong with me. I was like, I need some help, Mom.
Were you using that?
No. I wasn't using any drugs, no.
Maybe Andrew was telling the truth, and he wasn't really on meth when the murder happened. Andrew said he wasn't using drugs, but then he confessed to using drugs to deal with his terrible thoughts. The conversation switched to the shooting at the hospital. Andrew mentioned that he saw a guy at the hospital and didn't know why he hit him in the elbow. He was really scared and felt like he didn't know what he was doing. His story doesn't make sense, even though he admitted to killing Marianne and shooting the deputy at the hospital. They were trying to understand what happened that night, and they started talking about Andrew's trip to the police station. Andrew believes he's the son of God and is here to save the world. He shared some strange details about the events leading up to the tragic night. Andrew says he hasn't used meth for a year and a half and didn't smoke marijuana that Friday night. However, he later mentioned having a strange experience that night, possibly due to a small amount of marijuana. He and his brother stayed up all night, which marked the beginning of the Night of Terror. Andrew previously acknowledged that it was wrong to kill Marianne. He also mentioned shooting a law enforcement officer during his brief hospital stay. He believed they were trying to harm him with the medicine they were giving him. Andrew doesn't seem to fully grasp the seriousness of his actions or show remorse for the crimes he committed. The interview concluded, but the process of understanding Andrew's state of mind was just beginning. A forensic psychiatrist, hired at a cost of $100,000, concluded that Andrew was aware of his actions when he committed the murder and when he shot the deputy at the hospital. The psychiatrist suggests that a drug-induced psychosis was the cause of his terrible actions. Drug tests at the hospital only detected marijuana, but they couldn't identify synthetic cannabinoids, which can alter perception. In the end, Andrew pleaded guilty to several charges, including second-degree murder and assaulting a police officer with intent to commit a felony. On September 6, 2019, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison and 5 years of supervised probation, with 6 years suspended for the deputy who survived but suffered a serious injury to his arm during the incident, ending his career prematurely. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.